This is a replay of Let's Talk Nigeria on Sparkling 92.3 FM Calabar, making Nigeria better, one conversation at a time.
We talk everything. Health, education, finance, sports, transportation, agriculture, politics,
entertainment,
people and power on Let's Talk Nigeria. Let's Talk Nigeria. Every day of the week from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Only on Sparkling 92.3 FM Calabar. Your radio, your charm.
And welcome back. It's time for Let's Talk Nigeria. Sparkling 92.3 FM Calabar, Cross River State, Nigeria. Like we say, we make changes with every one conversation that we have on this dial. Okamaka Richard Bassi is my name.
Senator Williams Ojeka saying good morning and welcome to Let's Talk Nigeria.
So yes, we rightly informed you that this conversation will be a follow-up on the conversation that we had sometime last week or the week before last. And this is really an important conversation given that it concerns local government here in Cross River State. We're talking about Bakassi local government area. A while ago, we saw a story that from the beginning, it seems there was a bit of distortion in the facts there. The stories that we saw that made rounds on the internet said they were asking for the listing of Bakassi local government area from the 774 local government areas in Nigeria.
Yeah.
But when you had that conversation with Barrister Okoye, and he presented the fact. Now, following that, we saw the House of Assembly here in Cross River State fume over that move. Now, this move was made by the indigenous displaced people of Bakassi communities. According to the story, the petition was sent to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and also in that petition, it was also sent to the Senate President. It was also sent to the Speaker of the House of Representatives and the Senator representing Cross River Southern Senatorial District. Now, this is where the House of Assembly in Cross River State was condemning this move. According to them, this group bypassed state authorities and failed to consult Governor Basio II directly. According to the Assembly and the Speaker, Right Honorable Elvit Ayambem, he condemned this petition as a complete misnomer and facade. And then he went on to warn that any attempt to politicize or blackmail sensitive issues would not hinder the state's ongoing development. Now, in reaction to what the State House of Assembly said, the legal counsel of this group, the indigenous displaced people of Bakassi communities in the person of Barrister Okoye, Obono-Obla, fired back at the House of Assembly. According to him, the Cross River State House of Assembly has no atom of jurisdiction over Bakassi matter. And that's why we have him this morning to clarify this issue, throw more light in it. Also, let's tell you that we made effort to reach out to the member representing Bakassi State constituency in the Cross River State House of Assembly, and we were rightly informed that he wouldn't want to comment any further on this matter. Good morning to you, Barrister Okoye. Thank you so much for joining the conversation.
Good morning, Okamaka.
Yes, good morning to you, Chief.
Yes, thank you. William.
All right.
Yes, sir.
So let's start with this question. In your thought or in your statement that you posted on your Facebook wall, you claim the Cross River State House of Assembly has no atom of jurisdiction over this matter. Why so?
Yes, I stand by my claim. The intervention of the Cross River State House of Assembly in this matter is completely misplaced. Because this matter is an international matter. It has an international dimension because it arose from the judgment of the International Court of Justice at The Hague in the case between the Republic of Cameroon against the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Equatorial Guinea. So this issue is international. And the issue was, the division, the boundary, the maritime boundary between Nigeria and Cameroon, and the land also boundary between Nigeria and Cameroon, because the matter extended to, it affected Benue State, it affected Adamawa State, it affected also Borno State. As I said, also it has to do with the maritime boundary between Nigeria and Cameroon and Equatorial Guinea on the other hand. So this is not a matter for the House of Assembly. The House of Assembly constitutionally is required to make law for the good peace and stability of Cross River State of Nigeria, which is one of the sub-national states in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So if you look at the Constitution, the exclusive legislative list, international affairs is a matter that is within the exclusive competency, jurisdictional competency of the federal government of Nigeria. It is not a Cross River State has no business with international affairs. And I have told you why this matter is an international affair. And the judgment of the International Court of Justice, which was delivered in 2002,
we can hear you.
That some part of Bakassi Peninsula belongs to Cameroon. But that does not mean that all Bakassi Peninsula was given to Cameroon. Some part of, Bakassi Peninsula was left for Nigeria. And I can name the areas. The areas are Day Spring 1, Day Spring 2, and Akwa Highlands. Those are the areas that were not ceded, to Cameroon. And you know that after the judgment, there was a Green 3 agreement. The Green 3 agreement was a treaty that was brokered by the United Nations Organization between Nigeria and Cameroon on how to implement the judgment of the International Court of Justice. So you can see why I stand by my position or my contention that it has Cross River State House of Assembly has no atom of jurisdiction on this matter. They are just what I will call legisum interlopers, busybody. Because if I am aggrieved as a citizen and I write to my president, there's nothing wrong with that. Petition is a form of conflict resolution mechanism. When you petition to a higher authority, to a council authority, we don't need to involve the state Cross River State. We don't need to involve the House of Assembly, because as I said, this is a matter within the legislative competence of the federal government of Nigeria, because it is international. So we don't need to write to them. We don't need to draw their attention. But let me say that if the Cross River State House of Assembly is interested in this issue, they also have done something concerning the judgment of the Supreme Court of Nigeria that was delivered on the 23rd day of February 2018 between Muri Asukwo and 4 others and the Independent National Electoral Commission. What were the issues in contention in that case? The issue was the Cross River State House of Assembly enacted a law known as Cross River State Law Number 7 of 2007, purporting to create 3 council wards: Bakassi, Ikan North, Ikan South, Ikan Central. These walls were in Akpabio, but the House of Assembly made that law purporting to take those walls from Akpabio and had to Bakassi to become what they call New Bakassi Local Government Area. And the Muri Asuko, who is from Ikan, is a clan head, and his other chief, they went to court to challenge that law. The matter went to the Federal High Court, Calabar, from the Federal High Court to the Court of Appeal, and then landed in the Supreme Court of Nigeria. The Supreme Court of Nigeria said that the cross-party House of Assembly has no power to create walls, but that the cross-party House of Assembly can make a law to adjust the boundary between Akpabio and Bakassi local government area. Judgment, as I said, was delivered in 2018. Until now, the cross-party House of Assembly has not reacted to that judgment to carry out a proper boundary adjustment between Bakassi and Akpabio. So that is why I am worried that now they can get off on their slumber to begin to talk about a letter that was written to Mr. President by citizens who are aggrieved.
Okay,
so I can see that they are one of the problems of Bakassi, or they are one of the bodies that don't want Bakassi to move forward. The Cross-Party Assembly.
Well, that's an allegation that would need clarification on. But then, Chief, I would want to ask, if you bypassed the State House of Assembly because, in your opinion, they don't have a jurisdiction in this matter, why then bypass the governor? That case is domiciling.
I am not involved. Please, you take me from my client. I'm a lawyer. I act in accordance with the instructions of my client.
Okay.
I don't take instructions from anybody apart from my client, because it will be unprofessional. When you are a lawyer, you only take instructions from your client. If you say do this, go to toilet, you go to toilet. If they tell you go to school, you go to school. That is the work of a lawyer. I'm just an agent. So direct that question to the indigenous displaced people of Bakassi community that briefed me. I have been their lawyer since 2004. So that is why I don't know why the House of Assembly is personalizing this issue, trying to bring in Obla. Obla is a lawyer. Obla can take a brief from anybody. You know, when you brief me, I say, okay, pay me this, and you pay, I do your matter. So they should not try to personalize the issue and make it as if Obla is Obla's matter. It's not my matter. If I was not briefed, I would not say anything about the issue.
Okay. Another question I like to ask here, based on what you said on your Facebook wall. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay. So you mentioned that what the House of Assembly is doing is derogating the rights of the IDPs by writing the petition to the president. Is it a function of derogating their right for them to query why they were not consulted in the first place?
Well, I don't think it calls for consultation. The people of Bakassi are aggrieved that they have not been properly settled, and they take up the issue. I will expect the House of Assembly to find out what are the grievances. They are rather trying to distort their petition to make it as if they want the Bakassi to be delisted from the Constitution. And they, as legislators, if they are familiar with the provisions of the Nigerian Constitution, which I expect them to be, they should know that the listing of any local government area for the Constitution is not a tea party. It has to go through the procedure prescribed by the Constitution for alteration of the Nigerian Constitution. And you know that in federal Constitution, in Nigeria is a federal state. It's a federal system operates a federal system of government. Mm-hmm. To amend the Constitution, it's not a tea party. It has procedures. One, you have to table the proposal for amendment before the House of Reps and the House of the Senate. And the House of Assembly is made up of 350 legislators. So to amend the constitution, you must have the approval of 2/3 of 360, which is 240 legislators to support that proposal in the House of Assembly. Then the Senate is made up of 109 senators. If you table a proposal for amendment of any provision of the Constitution, then the Senate, 73 senators, which amounts to 2/3 of 109, must approve. Then when you are done with that, there are 24 houses for assembly in Nigeria. We have 36 houses for assembly. 24 must also, by 2/3 majority, approve that proposal before the Nigerian constitution can be altered. So when you begin to talk about delisting, that means they don't know what they are talking about. It is not true. The people of Bakassi, my clients, do not ask the president to delist. The president has no power to delist any local government for the constitution. The president belongs to the executive branch of government. The responsibility of the executive branch of government is to execute law, to implement law, to carry out governmental policies. Anything that has to do with the alteration of the constitution is the responsibility of the National Assembly. So I don't know what they are talking about. They are just trying to give a dog a bad name and discuss what these people are doing. It is not fair. It's not fair.
All right, Chief. Thank you very much for that position that you have made clear there. And heading on with this whole call by the IDPs in Bakassi, one will really need you to clear the air. You have said they are not asking for Bakassi to be delisted. So, Chief, you have stated this before just for clarity purposes. What are they asking for?
They are asking for a settlement of the indigenous people of Bakassi in Bakassi local government area.
What sort of settlement?
Let me come. Allow me come.
Okay.
Allow me to learn. They are also asking that the headquarters of Bakassi local government area cannot be because right now as I'm talking to you, Ukamaka, the headquarters of Bakassi is in which is Natapabi local government area. Is that not a fault? The headquarters of Bakassi should be in Havana, Day Spring 1 and 2 or Aqua Island. Not in another local government area. They are asking that the 10 wards of Bakassi local government should be recognized. Contrary to the position we have now, the 10 wards, the 10 electoral wards of Bakassi are not recognized by the Cross-River Independent Electoral Commission. In the last elections, they conducted elections in Ikan North, Ikan South, and Ikan Central, purporting to be elections, in the 10 wards of Bakassi. So that is what we are talking about. And they are trying to, introduce red herring, to divert attention and make cross-bearers to believe that my clients are asking for delisting of local government, Bakassi local government from the constitution. That is the truth of the matter. Let us settle the people of Bakassi properly.
Okay.
Let us have them in the Aqua Island, Day Spring 1 or Day Spring 2. Let us have the headquarters in Havana.
Now, Chief.
This is about the local government area.
Now, Chief, you have been mentioning settlement. What is this settlement that the people of Bakassi is actually clamoring for?
Presently, as I'm talking to you, Ukamaka, the people of Bakassi are in Ikan. They are in Ikan as refugees or entirely displaced people. They have not been properly settled because nothing is happening in Day Spring 1, Day Spring 2, or Aqua Island. There is nothing there.
So the place is deserted.
Let me learn. All the monies that we are giving to the Cross-River government as far back as 2015 or 2014, 2013, to settle the people of Bakassi has not been extended on those to create a conducive environment for them to settle them properly. So that is the issue. So if these people are interested, the House of Assembly as an anti-corruption agency to find out what happened to the money that was given to the Cross-River State government in 2012, 2013, 2014 to settle the people of Bakassi. That is what the Cross-River State House of Assembly should be interested in, rather than trying to bring in Obono-Obla, trying to bring in Senator Purported and misaligned issues and distort my client's position, lying against them, then threatening that they will be charged for treason. That is what the Speaker of the House of Assembly said, that my clients will be charged for treason. Treason for what? For writing to their president over an issue involving their personal well-being. Where is the treason in writing to Mr. President, writing to the governor of any state or any authority if you are agreed over anything?
Chief, they said that it was politically motivated.
I'm not talking about politics. I'm talking about constitutionality. I'm talking about law. So I don't know what they are talking about. But you think there is an intersection between law and politics. So politics is not a bad thing. What is politics? Who get what, when, and how? How the resources of society are distributed. You know, so saying that it is politics, I mean, it is either here nor there. They don't know what they are talking about. With due respect to them.
Okay, so from the post you made on Facebook, it seems like the House is inviting your client to appear before it. What has been the response so far?
Well, if I'm in their shoe, or if you speak my opinion, I would say they've got to go. Because they have already judged us, even me, in our absence. They didn't invite me. They sat down there and passed a resolution condemning me, condemning my clients. So why are you inviting them again? If you are a fair arbiter, as I expect them to be, a legislative house, which is a bastion of democracy. If you want to judge anybody, or if you hear any rumor, or if an allegation is leveled against anybody, you invite that person to come to the floor of the house and put the questions across to him, so that you will have the ability or the opportunity to defend himself. Even God gave Adam a fair hearing. Even though Adam was caught eating the fruit from the tree, God asked him not to eat from. Adam, why did you eat the fruit from the tree I asked you not to eat from? So by doing that, they have infringed on our right to fair hearing. My right to fair hearing and the right to fair hearing of my client, which is actionable. I can go to court to enforce my right to fair hearing.
Okay, also bear in mind that the House of Assembly has a right of reply to all that has been said this morning, because I remember that we reached out and we were informed that the House member representing Bakassi wouldn't want to comment any further on this matter. But if you feel like you want to do that, the platform is available for you to do so. We're still talking with Barrister. What did you say, sir?
I'm happy you are saying that the House of Assembly has a right to reply.
Sure.
That is a principle I have just deliberated a few minutes ago. If the House of Assembly is really interested in this matter, I expect them to call up my clients, invite me, invite Senator Itagiwa to hear from us. Because they claim that I said on Arise TV that Bakassi should be delisted. I have not appeared in Arise TV in the last 6 months, you know. So where did they get that from? So they are acting on rumor of on social media, you know, gossip. I expect them to invite us and say, well, look at it, this is evidence that you went to Arise TV and said Bakassi should be delisted. But they sat down there and condemned me. They condemned Senator Itagiwa. They condemned my clients and threatened that they will go after them for treason. And a lot of bad language was used, which is not becoming of a legislative house. They use bad language, you know. So
okay.
It is wrong. It is wrong. I wonder if these legislators were really elected by the people. If they are elected by the people, they should not be using military language, saying that we will charge you for treason. So what is treason?
Okay.
That's what my client wrote to Mr. President cannot be under any stretch of imagination be termed branded prison.
All right, Barrister Coy, in this context here, Barrister Coy, that's why I keep calling Barrister Coy. Well, we need to go on a short break, and when we return, we'll continue with this conversation and also give room for people to share their thoughts and, make their comment. We're still talking about the whole call or the petition written by the indigenous displaced people of Bakassi communities to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, what the State House of Assembly is saying, and the position of the legal counsel of this people, who is the person of Barrister Coy. So please stay with us. We'll be right back.
Number one. Music, sports, and talk radio. Let it hit on.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Sparkling 92.3 FM. Cuba's number one. Music, sports, and talk radio. Let it hit on.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Sparkling 92.3 FM.
We talk everything. Health, education, finance, sports, transportation, agriculture, politics,
entertainment,
people and power. On Let's Talk Nigeria. Let's Talk Nigeria. Every day of the week from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Only on Sparkling 92.3 FM Calabar. Your radio, your charm.
Welcome back. Still talking Nigeria this morning, with the concentration being on the petition written to the President by the indigenous displaced people of Bakassi communities, and the reaction from the Cross River State House of Assembly and what the legal counsel of the IDPs are saying on this matter. We'd like to hear from you. 0812-723-7060 or 0809-230-0022. We still have on the line Barrister Obono-Obla, and he's a legal counsel of the indigenous people, displaced people of Bakassi communities. 0812-723-7060 or 0809-230-0022. He has also restated his stance that the Cross River State House of Assembly has no atom of jurisdiction over this matter. According to him, this is an international matter. This is something that the federal government need to wade into. So the House of Assembly does not have any jurisdiction on this matter. Now, Chief, talking about your client and the letter they wrote to the President, so far, what has been the response from that end?
Well, our petition was submitted to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Senate President, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, and the Attorney General of the Federation. These are all federal authorities, and then we copied also the senator representing Cross River State Central, because I expect the senators from Cross River State or members of the National Assembly to collaborate and partner with the people of Bakassi to, bring this issue to the floor of the National Assembly. Even though Cross River State Southern Senatorial District has a senator, I expect that senator to work with the senator from Central and also work with the Central senator from the North. I also expect our 8 members, 8 Superiors who are members of the House of Representatives to take up this matter. The matter of Bakassi has not been resolved. So let me tell you, the Green 3 Agreement by Section 12 of the Nigerian Constitution. It's an international treaty between Nigeria and another foreign power. So Section 12 of the Constitution requires that if Nigeria enters into a treaty with any other foreign country, that treaty must be approved by the National Assembly or ratified. The Green 3 Agreement, which was the basis on which, some part of Bakassi was finally ceded to Cameroon and has not been the National Assembly. I am even surprised that the House of Assembly is saying that we were wrong to mention Abana. The trust was recently produced a map in conjunction with the National Boundary Commission and the Akwa Ibom State Government showing Abana, Aqua Highland, Day Spring 1 and 2.
Hello, Chief.
Hello? That these 6 parts belong to Cross River State. And the oil, 76 oil wells we have been talking about, those 76 oil wells are in Abana. So if we are saying that Abana is not known, as the Speaker said that Abana is in the southern part of, is in Cameroon. Then what are we talking about? Why are we asking that the 76 oil wells should be returned? The map, the current map, shows that the Cross River State government has accepted that Abana, Day Spring 1, Day Spring 2, and Aqua are in Bakassi local government area.
We can no longer hear you. Hello?
All right, it seems Chief is a little bit distracted. We'll have to get back to Chief. Hello, Chief. All right, we'll get back to Chief, but between when we return to Chief, we would want to take calls directly from you. 080-923-00022 or 081-2723-7060. And like we have said it, the State House of Assembly has the right of response.
Chief, are you back?
I'm back, yes.
Okay.
I was trying to sort out my ticket.
Oh, yes. He's currently at the airport. Okay. All right. So you were saying something before the time.
Yes, I was saying that, look, the whole thing about this Bakassi, that some people are not honest. The Cross River State government, under the administration of Senator Prince Basi Edes Otu, produced a map in conjunction with the National Boundary Commission and the Akwa Ibom State government. And that map shows clearly that Abana, Day Spring 1, Day Spring 2, and Aqua Island are in Bakassi local government area. But I heard the Speaker of the Cross River State House of Assembly the other day suggesting that Abana is in Cameroon. So the position of the House of Assembly is inconsistent with the position of the Cross River State government, which shouldn't be. They should be working together. So I don't know where the angle the Cross River State House of Assembly is coming into this matter. Or they just want to, ruffle the water, and which is very unfair. Because whether you are representing Ata, whether you are representing Obudu, whether you are representing Ogoja, Cross River State is one. When they are in the Cross River State Assembly, they should work as a body. They should also work with members of the National Assembly to resolve this matter, rather than trying to, mutilate some people like they did against me, the Senator Florence Itagewa and the hapless people of Bakassi, using very derogatory language on us, trying to create the impression that we are enemies of Cross River State. Look, I'm one of the most patriotic Cross-Riverians. Do you know that I even mobilized young people to go to Bakassi from Ugep, where I come from, several years ago, on this issue of Bakassi, to go and stop where the demarcators who came in from the United Nations to demarcate the boundary. I did that several years ago.
Okay, so Chief, will you then posit that there are elements in the state or in the State House of Assembly or even in the Federation that doesn't really want the people of Bakassi resettled to where they used to call home?
Well, maybe you should ask the member representing Bakassi in the Cross River State House Assembly. because I heard him saying that he was not consulted. If he was genuinely interested in the affairs of his people, he doesn't need to wait for consultation. He is from Bakassi. He's one of the displaced persons. So that he should take up the issue of Bakassi. If he's genuinely interested, take it up with the National Assembly. Join my clients to sign a petition to the President, the National Assembly. So why are we trying to patch things up when these things are affecting us? Why are we trying to patch things up? Why are we trying to muddle the water? I don't have any interest in Bakassi other than I'm a patriotic perseverance. I'm a progressive perseverance. And I take up public office, not for my own benefit, but for the benefit of humanity. And they are now trying to cast aspersion on me for helping the people of Bakassi. Bring up this matter to the national, level. Why are we shying away from bringing this matter to the national level?
So to this very point,
trying to protest.
To this very point, have you gotten any letter of invite from the State House of Assembly regarding this issue?
Well, I am waiting for them. I am waiting for them to invite me for representing the displaced people of Bakassi. If I have done any wrong, for assisting the people of Bakassi, for supporting the people of Bakassi, as gratis. I'm not collecting fees.
You're not collecting fees as a legal counsel.
Do that. Yeah, I am giving with what we call pro bono. You help poor people, indigent people.
Okay.
You take up their matters. I have been doing that since 1991 when I started my law practice. I have been helping poor people, the voiceless, the powerless. No, that is it.
And then to petition Mr. President, are there due processes you should have followed that the State House of Assembly might want to proceed that you didn't follow?
You Ukamaka, as a Nigerian citizen, can take up a pen to write to Mr. President over any issue affecting your well-being. There's nothing wrong with that. There's no due process other than to write a letter and send to Mr. President.
Okay, so from the report we also have here...
We are in a democracy. We are not in a military regime. If you are aggrieved, you can call Mr. President on phone. You can call your governor on phone. You can call your senator on phone, or somebody representing you in the House of Assembly or the House of Representatives. It is democratic. It is lawful.
So from the report we have here, which is coming from the House of Representatives, the co-sponsors of the motion, alongside the member representing Bakassi State constituency, are asking the people of Bakassi, instead of allowing themselves to be manipulated by political interest, they should collaborate with the state government, that the state government has done so much for the people. What do you have to say about that?
Well, I don't want to pander to political statements or statements calculated to show political correctness. Understand? We are talking about facts. We are talking about reality, not politically motivated statements calculated to show political correctness. If the member representing Bakassi in the House of Representatives is genuinely interested in the well-being of Bakassi, he should be in the forefront of the motion. I expect them, cross-over state senators and members of the House of Reps, to move in the House of Representatives or Senate on Bakassi. Let us stop deceiving the people. The issue has not been resolved. If the issue has been resolved, the people cannot be writing letters to the Mr. President. Let's just listen to them.
All right. 0812-723-7060 or 0809-230-0022. If you're an indigenous of Bakassi or you're concerned cross-variance and you want to make your input in this matter, please do well to do that. Let's have your take on this. You've heard everything that Barrister Okoye has said on this matter. You've also heard what the Cross River State House of Assembly, from what we presented to you this morning, what they've said concerning this. And you can also take on WhatsApp and drop your comment if you're not able to call in this morning to share your thought on this matter. But Sine, looking at everything that have been presented by Barrister, what do you make of it?
Well, looking at it, to be honest, both parties or these three parties really have interest in there. The IDPs, one will posit that they have an interest, and the interest is they want to be properly settled in the sense that they can go about their businesses, they can go learn, they can build their edifices, they can call a place home eventually. They say there's no two place like home. Home is where your heart is. So it's one of those cries that these people are crying for the state government and the State House of Assembly. It's a case of we don't want something happening in around our domain and we're not well informed about it. I guess that's the position there. I'm not holding any brick for them, but that will be the case here. They don't want a case where something is happening, or
and others are telling them.
If eventually, in Mr. President's way of finding a lasting solution to this, gets to call Mr. Governor, or someone gets to call the State House of Assembly, maybe the Speaker, for instance, and ask, okay, so we got a petition by so people in your state. What have you done about it, or what is in the pipeline about it? There's always going to be that response like, okay, so we've done ABCD, we are in communication with this set of people, as compared to say, Mr. President, sir,
we're not in the office, we don't know about this, and all of that. Okay, we've been talking so far with Chief Okoye Obono-Obla, who happens to be the legal counsel of the indigenous displaced people of Bakassi communities, and from what he's told us this morning, he's actually offering pro bono services to these people, and that's commendable. And also, like we said, and we have repeatedly said this, that the House of Assembly also has a right of reply. I also think that Cross-Riverans would want them to, now that the facts have been presented, these people are not calling for delisting. What they are asking for is to be properly settled. Give us what is due us. Now that the fact has been presented before them,
what is
maybe
proper?
They can take a U-turn.
Okay, what is proper of the State House of Assembly to do in this kind of a situation is, wherever it is that they got that report, or whoever informs the House that the call was for delisting, they would have to make public, or at least present the fact that this was who said it, and this was at the point where...
And they said it was on Arise television.
Okay, well, to that I do not have the fact about it, because I didn't hear where it was mentioned. But then would want to hear where they saw that. They should pull out the proof to it, just like what Chief has said, right? The thing about what I know is, if you're not guilty, facing the law is not going to be an issue. And so let us just find a lasting solution to the people in Bakassi. If it means all parties coming together, and okay, so for now you people are displaced. I would have wanted to ask Chief, are you still with us? Hello, Chief. Okay. So while we try to reconnect with Chief, I would have wanted to ask, while they are displaced here, do they have incentives? Do they have anything that comes directly to them? Do they have packages for them? Because what it means is, while you're displaced, your case has not been settled yet, it has not been determined, but pending then, this are the
what is coming to you.
Exactly, that will put in place in ensuring that you cushion whatever challenging situation you might have with yourself.
And I'm also thinking, if these persons are displaced, have they had the right to vote in time past?
Part of the question would have wanted to ask, and that was the concerning issue Chief Obono-Obla was raising, that some of them are captured, in the INEC registry.
Portal.
Yeah, exactly. Some of them are captured. So how did you capture them? And if you captured them, where did you, so to speak, that they are located in? So all of this, and there was the local government election that was conducted. Where was it conducted? And how, at the end of the day, did you come to ascertain who won what position and who did win? So all of that are the contending issues that would need to see crossover state government the
House of
IDP,
Assembly,
the Crossover State or the Crossover South Consultative Forum, and even the federal government would have to sit down in determining what happens to these people. It's 2025, 2027 is just about to come now.
And I think this matter has lingered for a long time. And if we can just nip it in the bud, and all of that. And if we can just nip it in the bud in 2025, it will go a long way to giving this persons a sense of belonging. And whether we like it or not, some persons are beginning to prepare for the elections of 2027. And these individuals also have a right to cast their vote. And if they are not properly resettled and you're asking them to cast their vote, where would they do that? Chief, do we have you back or should we?
Yes, okay. I'm here.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Before we call it a wrap.
Okay. So, Chief, on the issue of election, for these people, we know they have not been properly settled. Do they go out voting? And if they go out voting, how do they count it?
The Independent National Electoral Commission has been organizing elections in Bakassi, the proper Bakassi, the 10 council wards of Bakassi. Since 2011, they organized conducted elections in 2015, 2019, 2023. But the Cross-River State Electoral Commission are taking a contrary position. The Cross-River State Electoral Commission keep on conducting elections for Bakassi in Fabio. That is the crux of the matter. And that is, you can see the vested local political interest. Why is the Cross-River State Electoral Commission doing a different thing from INEC? And which voters' role did they use to conduct the last election? Which voters' role did they use? Because under the current arrangement, the State Electoral Commission normally collect voters' role from INEC to use to conduct elections. Under the law, the State Independent Electoral Commission do not have the power to conduct voters registration. So which voters' role did the Cross-River State Electoral Commission use to organize the 2nd November 2024 local government elections in Bakassi and Akpabio? So that is the crux of the matter.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah, some people are not honest. They are using what I will call chicanery to confuse perseverance. The deception. Let them tell us what is really happening between Akpabio and Bakassi.
Okay, so another question. Another question for you, Chair. Now, this unsettled people, so to speak, while they are displaced and in these camps, do they have like palliatives, or do they have
certain locations to them
that the government gives to them, either the state government or the federal government?
I don't understand your question, please.
Do they give them any sort of handoff or a relief while they are in the camps?
Well, I don't think so. That is why they are calling for proper settlement. You cannot permanently settle those people. Create a homeland for them. Make Day Spring habitable. Make Aqua Island habitable. Make Abana habitable. Create a place they can call their home. You cannot permanently settle them or be giving the palliatives in forms of relief. So let the government do the proper thing. There is a notice that was prepared during the time of Governor Moke and signed by the Commissioner for Lands, Director Demekong, saying that these are the areas, or this is the land that the Cross-River State government has acquired to create, Bakassi local government headquarters in Abana. So it's there. The notice is there. It's a public document. Everybody can see it. So why are we not changing, talking with two faces about Bakassi? Let them do the proper thing. Let us have the report of Efiafobom, who was deputy governor. He was a member of a committee that was set up by the government of Cross-River State and the federal government to settle to resolve this issue of a permanent settlement for the people of Bakassi. That report has not seen the light of the day. And in that petition to Mr. President, my class were calling for, calling on President Tinubu to come out with a white paper on the presidential technical committee on Bakassi that was set up under the presidency of President Jonathan. But unfortunately, before the report came out, President Jonathan lost the 2015 general election, and he was, replaced by former President Buhari. So if the issue has been resolved, why would the federal government set up a technical committee to advise the federal government on Bakassi? So these are all the issues that should interest the House of Assembly and other authorities in Cross River State, not attacking Obono-Obla for being a lawyer to Bakassi people.
All right.
I have not done any crime to take up that brief. I should be commended for being a patriot, a lawyer who doesn't look for money before taking up public office.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Barrister. I think we have one message here. This one is from Nna Emeka from Federal Housing. It says, "Good morning, Sini and Okomaka. Good to have you back. This Bakassi issue has lingered for so long. In my opinion, if it's for the interest and good of the people of Cross River State, then all parties involved in this controversy should rather put hands together to achieve a common goal for their overall good, for the overall good of Cross Riverians in particular and Nigeria in general." Thank you very much, Nna Emeka. And this is actually the call that all the parties involved should put hands together to ensure that these people are properly settled, because they are part and parcel of the state and Nigeria in general. Thank you very much, Barrister Koi.
Thank you, Kamaka.
And yes, Sini.
Yeah.
That's the much.
Yeah, that's the much we can take. And we're saying thank you very much to Cross Riverians and Nigerians for tuning in and sticking around with us. We'll draw the curtain now. Emson Williams will check. I say Nigeria's all asked to build, all hands on deck.
Okomaka Richard Bassi is my name. Good morning.